Now, speaking exclusively to WION Penpa Tsering, who is the president of Tibet's government in exile, has said that China insists it will control the selection of the next Dalai Lama, requiring the reincarnation to happen within Tibet and to stay under state approval. Now, Beijing's use of the historic golden urn is seen as a political move to assert authority over Tibetan spiritual leadership. Listen in to what was said.
Coming from the Chinese government as well, who have pointed out to their own system and saying that the approval needs recognition from the Chinese government. If you can give a reaction to the Chinese reaction over the announcement made by Dalai Lama, and also do you see in future a case of two Dalai Lamas, one from of course the process that the Dalai Lama has laid out, and one perhaps the Chinese appointing their own Dalai Lama, something that we have seen with the Panchen Lama?
The Chinese government has been preparing for the demise of this Dalai Lama over the last 20-25 years. That is why they have also laid a law called Order Number 5 as early as 2007, which talks about the state recognizing the reincarnated lamas, or what they call as the living Buddhas. So they have three major points in their argument, saying, of course, they are saying it's a break from the tradition. That's one angle. What they are saying is that they will look for the next Dalai Lama within China or within Tibet. And for that, His Holiness has always said that he will be born in a free world. That's the reason why His Holiness has repeatedly said, and in his book, Voice for the Voiceless, also His Holiness has mentioned that His Holiness reincarnation will be born in a free world. The second thing the Chinese government says is that when they say it's a break from the tradition, they are talking about the use of golden urn, which was introduced in 1793 when there was little influence of the Manchus over the Tibetans. And then that was followed by 100 years of humiliation as Chinese government. They cannot look after themselves. How can they control Tibet? So I have always been saying there have been 8 Dalai Lamas before the introduction of golden urn, which was mainly to be used as a political tool by the Chinese, and that was hardly or rarely used in the Dalai Lama cases or the Panchen Lama cases following 1793.
The president of the Tibetan government in exile, Penpa Tsering, has said that it is an important decision by the Dalai Lama when it comes to continuation of the office of the Dalai Lama, a decision that was announced yesterday. This day is ahead of he turning 90. Penpa Tsering, of course, said that the trust that has been formed by the Dalai Lama will be recognizing, searching the next Dalai Lama, that is the 15th Dalai Lama. And essentially his comments coming at a time when the world is watching as to what will be the rules laid out. And largely we know that the Dalai Lama has said that the next Dalai Lama will be born in a free world. We know that India has also reacted. In fact, Kiran Rijiju, a minister in the Indian government who will be traveling to Dharamshala to represent the Indian government at the 90th birthday of the Dalai Lama, has said that when it comes to the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama, it is something that has to go by conventions, by previous traditions, and by the Dalai Lama himself. In the past, India has said that the Dalai Lama is a respected and an honorable guest of India, and this is something that has been the overall policy of the Indian government. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Subal for WION in New Delhi.